Guys, it is SpotTheOzzie here for round number 12 of our 4th championship, the World Championship. And before I get underway, I've got Simona in the background who has a bit of a headache. How you going, Simona?
It's gay time!
Alright, righto. I don't know if you guys have those in your countries, Golden Gay times. No, I don't want to buy it. I'm watching my figure. We've got to keep the weight down so we can go faster in the car, you know? That's how we roll. But before I get underway in this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to the following people for like giving me feedback, giving me comments on videos, liking the series, you know, because at the end of the day I want to, you know, make this series for you guys to enjoy while I also love doing a bit of a commentary. So those people are Shane O'Neill, Josh O'Neill, Ethan K, Benels Wayne, Michael Cornwall, Christian Brownie, Jaguar Z, DJ. I'm probably going to butcher the next two names. It's Duarte Ribeira, who's from Portugal. Big fan of Ronaldo. Abhishek Kuhl, Liam Clark, Indo Brony, Brendan Te, Kickass145, Lupa Della Trophy, NRG Matrix, Ulf Johnson, Closey9999, Riz Waffle, Starblazer1011, Mr. Ravik Kid, or is it M. Ravik Kid? I don't know, it's one of the two. Please correct me in the comments section down below. iPad Lettercrom, Franz Limit, Daniel Otossi, Pistolori87, and Thomas Skelly. Thank you so much, guys, for your continuous comments into these videos, watching the series, of course, and just simply following, giving the videos thumbs up as you have been watching them, because it's been great to kind of get that feedback, and it's kind of been my motivation to keep doing these series and uploading them on the daily, and making sure you guys have your Motorsport Manager fix. One thing I wanted to ask you guys was, what do you want to see next? We're getting close to the end of Season 5, and I seem to think that by Season 6, we could potentially win the championship, the World Championship, and then it would be over. Now, what do we want to do next? For me, one idea would be, in the challenge section, you can start a new career as the Underdog Challenge, which with the difficulty of hard, and that's Predator Team Racing. And of course I do that in a long season. I've done a short season already. I think a long season would be pretty cool. It's like 50 to 60 laps. There's a lot more strategy involved because, you know, the longer the laps, the more safety cars, the more part fixes you'll have to do, tires, fuel, obviously those things will have to come into play in terms of balancing them out. So what do you guys want to see as for the next Motorsport Manager videos after I complete the World Championship? If I ever complete the World Championship, I mean, it might take 10 seasons, right? Hopefully not. But I'm just going to load up our last season and get this underway. So it's been good so far. The last race, we got both cars into the top 7. Actually, I think we came 5th and 6th from memory. And yeah, we've been competitive again after having 2 rounds prior to that were pretty average. We're going to Vancouver next. The car, let's have a look at all of our stats. The car's stats, we are 8th overall, as in the best car on the grid. 9th for top speed for our engine. 7th for acceleration. 6th for deceleration, which is your brakes. Front wing is 10th. Yuck. 8th for suspension. And 7th for our rear wing. We are looking at several sponsors right now. There's a lot of sponsors that I've loaded up. So we have 3 to choose from. They're all based on target positions of first place. 2 of them, despite being 5 and 4 stars, have 0 upfront payment, but you get race bonuses if you get the goal of first. And because we haven't done that yet, we came so close before, because it's not really realistic, I'm going to sign up the 3rd offer, which is first place upfront payment of $1 million, and I wouldn't bother having a bonus payment for them because I wouldn't set them as our sponsor for our race weekend. But that's going to be pretty cool. That's only for 5 races, so we're going to accept that. Get $1 million under our belt, which is pretty schmick. We've also got 2 additional offers for our fixed sponsors. One is 5 stars, 14 races, $1 million up front, $550,000 fixed per race versus 12 races for $250 by $400,000 for each race. Now obviously, the first offer is better. I'm just going to wait until just before the race weekend to see if there's another offer that pops up, because usually there is if we're a little bit more patient. As for scouting, there's nothing really new there. There's no real pop-up names. Headquarters is currently being built. Our factory is being upgraded to level 3. And our forecasting center. I'm kind of contemplating what I want to do next in terms of our building upgrades. I'm thinking Scout Center would be a bit of a waste because that won't be ready until after the new season starts, and we wouldn't look at bringing anyone in at the start of the season, like just after the start, like after the first 3 rounds, because our drivers will be contracted for 12 months. So I'm just, you know, thinking, what do we want to do next? Do we want to go design factory for 15 mil? Do we want to do a telemetry center for 6 mil and get that gearbox popping? Or are there better options to go a completely new building and build like an R&D brake facility? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. As for our parts, I've got, what do we've got lined up? This race, we're going to have medium speed corners, rear wing, and top speed is going to be useful. So we want to definitely stack those two components, but make sure everything else reliability. What do we have also being built? A rear wing, which will be ready for Vancouver. So we don't have to fix the rear wing just yet. We can fix just one of them. What do we want to decline by? I think we want to get rid of one of these engines. Put that one off. Put that rear wing on. Doesn't need to be fixed. Suspension is being fixed. Cool. Get reliability up about 5, 6. Yep, that looks good. And those comparts are all useful for the next race. So that's what we want to keep going. I'm contemplating stop developing the car as we speak and just start to actually focus on improving the performance of the parts, because every time we build a new part we have to put a focus on getting the reliability up, we have to focus on getting the performance up, and that just takes time. So let's just roll ahead a little bit here. Continue, carry on. New rear wing is going to be designed. I like it. Let's have a look. How much better is it? Yeah, look how better it is. Wow. Really needs some reliability, doesn't it? So I might just stack it that way. I'll get rid of the suspension after it does a little bit more of an update. One more sponsor. Yeah. 6 races, $500,000. $100,000 per race. Okay, we're definitely going to have to pick that number. The Shimizu? Shimizu? As you can probably tell, my pronunciation of certain, like, ethnic words that are very foreign to Australia is terrible. Like, I was calling John's daughter John's Tota or something like that for ages before Indie Brony corrected me in the comment section. So the rear wing is now being built. Do we want to look at building something else? What's not for the next race? What's the race after? Singapore? Yeah, I think we're going to have to start building... Is it waste if we start building front wings? I think it might be, you know. I think it might be. Let's have a look. How long would it take? Oh, go back. Front wing. Yeah, kind of is, isn't it? We've got them to where they need to be. Just go back. Current place is good. Yeah, I can't see performance-wise that improving much at all for us. So yeah, it's a waste as well, isn't it? What I might do is I might just hold off from improving anything just for now, and then save a bit of money for next season, because this is just costing us money and there's not going to be much of a benefit for the next 1, 2, 3, 4 races. Oh, then again, is there something we could build? Just looking at the potential what we could build here. On the gearbox. We could do that. And then, how much is that going to cost? 2.3 mil. Definitely going to hold off. We're going to hold off. We're going to hold off. We want to focus on making sure our buildings are getting updated. We're not getting flogged that badly in terms of car performance. We are down on the rest of the field, as you've seen before. But I think it's just wise now to just, you know, focus on putting the right components to get fixed. And that's 979, so we want to start upgrading that as well. Get rid of this suspension just for now. Put it like that. Carry on. ERS, which is the European Championship. Who's going to be leading that? Can't quite remember who's been racing in that one. John's daughter, I still think, is doing that. Or we race? We race against John. Antonov, still doing really well. I'm telling you, it's so strange to see his name up there, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th after he was a Gumby for so long. What do we want to look at now? 72% for... Yeah, let's just focus on getting that up. Should be fine like that. 8 days after race. 6 days. That will get it up to about 70, 80%. So that should be fine to carry on like that. Could probably progress all the way to the race after we do one quick check once it stops. It usually stops about every 7 days automatically. Let's have a quick read of the news. Wolfgang Schmidt's departure. Fair enough. He's getting old. I don't know if we even want to have a look at him just yet. Is he up there in the championships? Schmidt. There he is. Rival with driver. Would never want to race with Ribeiro, who was one of the guys commenting on the videos. There you go. But that's only for 7 extra weeks. Oh, hang on. As a teammate, yeah. Lightning reactions, ugly. Ugh. Fair enough. Yeah, we're only setting a small budget for next year's car anyway. But hopefully our winnings are quite big. We really want to concede that second spot. Yeah, it's all good to go for now. Oh, actually. There we go. Just bump up those components just a little bit. And keep rocking. Alright, so we're traveling to Vancouver. Vancouver in Canada. Home to the Jack Villeneuve's track. And we are... 7th or above is our safety net for sponsor payments. Tyre selection. I'm going to go 10 ultra soft, 4 soft. Same again. The only reason why I don't like picking the middle tyre is because I think we either want to go the longer distances on the soft tyre or more of a performance tyre on the ultra soft. In the middle doesn't really, I don't like boundary. I'd rather go the extreme of one way or the other way and capitalizing that way depending upon our strategy. Having an equalized strategy will not give us a benefit over our competition. So we want to start fitting the best components to Lara's car still because she's coming 7th. Switch those around. Huh. They're exactly the same. Same again. How many legal components are we running still? Yeah, 2. 1 between each car. Wing. There we go. And there we go. So let's start this underway. We're going to start qualifying right underway. We're just going to make sure we've got the right drive trait, driver practice knowledge bonuses, ultra soft tires, qualifying trim 5%. I think those will both work for the cars. Hey, look, what do you know? I got both cars in excellent. 98% for our good friend Partner. And did we get more for 98% also for Lawrence? A little bit of fine tweaking there, both in the window in terms of car setup. And now this is all about qualifying. Now, as you can see in the last couple of episodes, and all throughout the season actually, qualifying sucks balls. Like seriously, it is the worst part of this game at the moment because you always get held up by another car. So my little thing now is I'm going to wait for the cars to go out. I'm going to count and see what the last car is. So there's 1 car that's gone by, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically, I'm waiting until 18. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's the same car. So we're going to look at sending both of our drivers out any second now. Wow, look how cluttered that track's getting. I know, right? This is what we have to do. This is what the game's come to in terms of getting a good qualifying time. So Sharp will be coming in, but the guys that went out after Sharp did her outlap were the only cars not out yet. So we want to wait until at least half the field does a time, because that means the other half of the field would then be doing their lap, and then they'll have to come in. We are waiting and waiting and waiting. We're patiently waiting. Fast forward up just a little bit, and we're going to send them now. Let's roll, guys. Let's roll. We'll send Lara out, and then we'll send Partner in about, I don't know, Other half around the track. So the whole thinking here is most of the field will have done their full lap once we start to go around. And therefore, once we go to do our fast lap, everyone should be in. Or at least the majority of them will be in. So less clutter on the track. As you can see, everyone's now coming in. Fisher, Blanc and Lundqvist to do their last lap or two. We just want to make sure that we get both cars in the window. It's a very fast track around here. Cars ahead will be doing their in-laps. We're doing our out-lap. The car next to us is doing an in-lap. There you go. So we're going to have to carefully watch both of these cars. I'm just pausing momentarily to make sure we get them both as close in the window as we possibly can. Obviously, I'm just focusing on tyre temps, not brake temps, because brake temps are a lot harder considering you might have like a last-minute stop like this chicane. You'll see it spike very fast. I might have to slow down there. Let's just slow it down, and then I'll start to rev it just before we start. Look at that lane! Oh my god, I do not want to get stuck behind that. That would be disgusting. Go back to being slow. I'll go back to being fast. Alright, so she's perfect for tyre temps. We're going to do the same for Parton, and hopefully he doesn't get held up. Perfect for tyre temps. Let's just go back to Lara. Did she get by all the clutter? Okay, main thing is, look, Lara's about to start a lap, and no cars are out at the moment. So is Parton. So this is going to be a flying lap for both cars. That's the trick. We waited for about 5 minutes in game time to make sure they had clear road ahead of them, and that's exactly what they have. They also have better track grip because all the other cars would have been going around laying down rubber on the road. Track grip has gone up. It's not at its peak. It will peak at the end of the session. But at the moment, we've got spare tracks. So Lara's just down by 1.1. Parton is down by 0.2. That 1.1 seconds could be the fact that she got balked as she came around the last corner with those cars coming into the pit. But she's down by 1.5 seconds now. Whereas our good friend Parton, is he able to stick it any faster? 0.6. So he's actually gone a little bit faster than Lara. In fact, nearly a second faster, and that's going to put us into the top 7 for both cars if they can just hold it there. Lara does 2 seconds slow. She's in the top 10. That's what we want to see. Parton, where is he going to finish up? He comes 5th, so he's inside our sponsor objective, or 7th or above. And at the moment, this is perfect timing because our guys are just coming out while everyone's starting to get, you know, out there and do their lap. So as soon as they come in, we're going to send them out again to see if they can do another lap. They'll also be getting in the way of all the other cars, which will slow down their time. Unfortunately, that's how it works. So Lara's on 11th right now. She was 10th until Parton had pushed her down, but I'd imagine most of the field here, at least the second half, has plenty of time to improve their lap. And it takes about 1 minute and 30 to get around the track, so that will be enough time for Parton to do one more lap. And look at that, we're going to stop that person just before they hit the start line, so they won't be going just as fast across the line like Lara would have been screwed over. So right now, Lara, new tyre, send her out. We'll send Parton straight out after her. We might give him just a little break. That looks about right there. Send him out now. Lara, how are we? Lara's pretty much pulling a Michael Schumacher at this point, balking qualifying for all the other cars. Whoever that is, you're going to be held up. I don't know who it is. There you go. That's how glitchy it is. She stays right in the middle of the track. Let's speed her up just a little bit. Get those tyres to start working. We don't want Parton to stack behind another car. There's another car doing an in-lap, I believe. I would presume that's the case. And Lara doing her thing. Parton also doing his. A couple of cars behind us. Ribeira's doing his in-lap as well. Lara's just about to start. So we want to get her down in that perfect range. We want to get Parton way up from where he is. We're going to have to completely choke that car. Get it down just a little bit. And then punch it just at the end. Tyre temps are perfect. Parton, get that tyre temp up, buddy, if you can. You're behind another slow car. And here we go. This is going to be another fast lap for these guys, hopefully. Go, 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 go around the outside. Stick it to them. Perfect for brake temps and cold for tyre temps. Let's see if that's going to make any difference. Can Lara improve on her time? She doesn't seem to have anyone ahead of her, except for a little bit further up. Can she improve on the first sector? That's what I reckon she'll be able to do. I think for sure, yeah, 0.3. So she was definitely held behind when she did her fast lap before. Will Partner be able to improve on his time? I'm not too sure. He has a lot of free track room to keep doing his lap. He's down by 0.4, which is just short of his fastest time around the track. He's still in the top 7, so he's in there for the points. He's in there for the sponsor. He's been knocked back to 7th right now. Lara's now down 0.8, which will put her still in the top 7 if she can just complete this last bit of the track without getting blocked. She goes around. I don't think she would have got blocked there. Hopefully not. And she goes 9th fastest with 1.5 down. So that's a dramatic improvement for us. Partner now coming around to do his lap. He's 0.8 down, which is going to be improvement. And he secures his 7th position. He didn't go faster that time. He was a bit slower by like 0.1 of a second. But the fact is, he's stuck there. And unless Surikov can improve, where is Surikov at the moment? You know, he's doing an in-lap. So, we have gotten both cars into the top 10. We seem to have worked out the mechanic for qualifying. We just have to wait for the first 5 minutes, let everyone do their out lap, qualifying lap, then in lap, then send them out as they're doing their last out in lap. So that way they've got clear tracks. So that's a bit of a hot tip for you guys at home, struggling to qualify just like I was. So both cars in the top 10, sensational. Probably our best qualifying this whole season, and we're in the right spot to start it coming into the race. So, yeah, this is going to be a good week. Both cars, setups are great. What do we want to do in terms of our 13-lap race? So what do we want to do? Let's have a look what the drivers can do with the 2 different tyres. Softs, they reckon they can go 13. See, here's my theory. If you're ever looking at the tyres, you should always lowball. So if it's 11 to 13, that means it's probably like 11 laps. Neutral, conservative, 13. And if it's a hot day, after lap 2 it's going to be, you can see that the sun comes out in that little forecasting sector. The rubber actually wears faster, and therefore so does the tyre life. So at the moment, I'm going to go ultra softs for both cars. I want them to stick to ultra softs. We're going to do a one-stop strategy, a splash and dash, if you will. If anyone else is keen to go the full 13 laps, I think that will be suicide. But you never know. There's always someone who wants to try to do it, and the tyre will pop at the end. They've got to hope for something to stop. The other thing is, if there's a safety car, we can pit for the softs if we want. What is the driver knowledge that we want? We want race trim, ultra soft tyres. We also want the same for Partner, ultra soft tyres, race trim, boom. Both of them in the window, 7th and 9th. They're going to be starting behind one another. Hopefully their queue or their like aisle from, is it going to be 1st, 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th. Hopefully the left side of the queue goes faster off the line. Let's see if that's going to happen, guys. We're actually going to start on the right side of the queue, so let's hope that the right side of the queue goes faster, not the left side. And the 5 lights go out, and we get balked just a little bit. Partner does a good job to hold that spot. So does Lara. Lara, although balking, does not lose any time or any positions. No, sorry, she actually lost 1 position. She's back down to 10th, and now she's going to be squeezed to 11th. Can she make a move there? At the moment, no, she can't. And right now, everyone else is going to have their engine into optimum mode. We're going to wait until we get some clean air and then start to do it. And capitalize after we pit, or if we overcut or undercut any of the other cars. We always risk it that way. That way we're also not wearing down the reliability of the car to begin with, and we won't have to fix it on our immediate first stop. So we might lose a couple of places here, but I'm willing to do that. And I just want to have a look at all the different tyres. So a lot of the cars, the front runners, I'm wearing ultra softs, then there's softs, super softs, and then there's soft tyres. So a couple of the other drivers might try to go the full distance, which is going to be crazy. So if we have a safety car, we'll definitely pit. We'll probably go to soft tyres ourselves. And there's a lock-up just behind Lara. Ribeiro locks up, now is down to 70% tread. That's the risk. He's got soft tyres, which means he would usually be able to go the full distance. But now, because he's locked up, guess what? He can't go the full distance. He's going to have to pit. And we've got the better tyres to run away from him on. So Lara should be able to make a pass on Ribeiro before they have to pit. Tyres are starting to come back right into that perfect spot for tyre temp, and we just want to go back to push mode. Everyone else is still pushing their engines. We have seen people run out of fuel at the end of the race as well, remember? But at the end we should be able to push as fast as we want with no dramas. Partner doing a good job holding up 10th, Surikov and Chu. Lara now slowly getting pushed back into the other end of the field. She's fighting right now with Gonzalez. Gonzalez makes the move stick. I want to have a look at the front runners. Where are we? Holtz obviously dominating. Espinoza, no surprise there. Sharp, Bergman, Saarinen, Wexler. Partner gets into 7th position. He's right now he's fighting Sylvander. Sylvander also has 32% tire tread because he's locked up somewhere along the lines, and that's a brilliant pass. He went side by side for several corners, but had the right side of the track when it counted, and that was before back onto the straight. But Sylvander's going to come heavy under brakes. He's going to have to pit because those tires are now down to 27%. He has to pit. Lara is fading as we speak. She's back down into 16th. Partner's locked up as well. He's down to 43%, which isn't great. And we might get him to go back to neutral while that unravels. We might also do the same with Lara at 60%, just in case. So Partner also going to be struggling with these tyres. It'll be good for another 1 to 2 laps. We're going to try and push out as much as we possibly can, just in case the weather's going to change. Nope, the weather's still going to be good. There's another lock-up from in front of us, and that's going to be... Who is that? Surikov, down to 14% on the soft tyres. So he's definitely going to have to pit this lap. That's going to block up and pack up the field to everyone else. Lara, can she capitalise? No, but she looks like she's had a bit of a break as well, and she's down to 40%. So because a lot of the guys are battling themselves around each other, it's pushed the order upon which they're... it's basically increased the chance of them braking deeper and then rubbing off the tyre properly. So I'm just having a quick look. We're going to hit lap 5 when Holtz goes around. If we pit now, where would our tyres go? These will last 8 to 10 laps. And that means they will go the full distance. Yes. Yes, they will. If we don't push them that much. I might just give it one more lap. Let them roll in 33%. Potentially go back into conserve mode just a little bit. Lara can definitely get another lap out of these ones. So we might just go back into conserve mode. And there's a big enough gap between the two that they won't balk each other and they won't have to double stack. So that's alright. As you can see, Partner's now going to come up into that position. We're going to get Partner to push. He has open air. Now's the time to capitalize on that open air. Start pushing. We're definitely going to have to get him to pit as well. We're definitely going to have to pit Lara as well by the looks of it. I might just start to get him to push a little bit harder just as he comes in the pits. And that's going to be the perfect timing to go to soft tyres. It will be lap 6. So yeah, you should be able to do that quite easy. Park condition, everything looks fine. In the pits he goes. Remember, Partner has the better car than Lara. Unfortunately, Lara is not able to capitalise with the fact that she has a better car. And we don't want to get her to push just yet. We'll wait till we have to go into the pits, get her some clean air, then push. Then really put the hammer down. A lot of people are now starting to go to conserve mode with the engine. See on the right side, you can see the little bubble. There goes another car. That's because they pushed early and they're going to have to pull it back afterwards. So Partner now pitting. What's the difference between the two? 3 seconds? 4.5? Yeah, that's plenty of time for Lara to pit without being double stacked. So we're going to go now to soft tyres. Balanced. Okay. Will she make the distance? See, her tyre wear is just not as good. So, where are we? We'd be lap 6. We have to do 8 laps. I think we're going to have to go to the soft tyres. And the reason why I'm going to go soft tyres is if she brakes and locks up the tyres, we'll lose 20%. And if we did that on ultra soft, she'd have to come in the pits again. So we're going to go to the soft tyres to try and push out the life of them a little bit. We're playing it really safe. Or can we at least go to the soft, not the super softs, 9 to 11. We might just go to the super softs, 9 to 11 laps. I think that'd be much better. We get a bit more performance out of them. And that's something that you have to take into consideration. The fact that they'll be battling with each other. And they might have to pit. So yeah, that's going to happen. So Partner now in the pits. How's his stop going to go? Hopefully he gets in and out just as fast as he usually does. 4 good stops, 5.6 seconds. And there is Lara just behind us. So Partner's now, he's going to be coming behind quite a bit of traffic. Quite a bit of traffic actually there. He comes out in the middle of all that traffic. That's not great. That's what we kind of wanted to avoid. And we can get Lara to keep pushing a little bit. We might get Partner to push just in the meantime. He's going to have to battle his way through this pack. This is for track position because we're fighting Wexel, Lundqvist, Blanc. Maybe I should have gone to soft tyres with Partner as well. Time will tell. But yeah, we want Lara just to push right now. Her thing is just about pushing. We've got Holtz now in the pits. Tyres are down to 17%, so she's pushed them to the limits and beyond. Bergman's now going to skip ahead, but he'll have to pit. Sharp goes into the lead. He's had a lot of retirements though. Partner now pushed back down the field into 15th. So he's lost out in those little battles that he's had. How many laps of fuel does he have? We've got the perfect amount of fuel. Might get him to go back into neutral mode. Johan Sylvander has now locked up. He's down to 48%, so he's definitely going to have to pit as well. That's another car we don't have to worry about passing on the track, because we're going to pass him in the pits when he stops. Isn't it funny that Lara's already up to 86% because she's pushing that a little bit more. Might get her to come back down a little bit, and we'll get her to go back into medium mode. As for Partner, how's he going? 13th. I want to look at that lap time. It's just a shame he's within all that traffic. He makes another pass on Sylvander. Now he's chasing down Schmidt. Schmidt, who seems to be on the better tyres. Partner is a battle of every step of the way. And it looks like the track's going to keep heating up. There's no rain on the way. That's another good sign. And who's that? Lara just comes out behind Lippinon, who comes out of the pits with a fresh set of full soft tyres. And at the moment, Partner is back inside the points, which is a good point for us to make. But yeah, this is just cruising along, making sure they're both going to have their tyres for the end of the race. Lara seems to be using exactly the same amount of tread as Partner, purely because Partner's probably the better, more smoother driver, and that's one of the good traits about Partner, being smooth. So we don't have to worry about his tyre degradation falling faster than Lara's, even though she's on a better compound for distance. So where are we now? We're in front of Fisher, behind Gonzalez. Chu's definitely going to have to pit. Alright, there he goes. He goes in the pit just as we were saying that. So Partner now picking up the pace a little bit. What did he do just then? He did a 132, so he's lapping just slower than the guys ahead. And can we get him to push a little harder, just for a little bit? Just to catch up to that mob. We might get Lara to also go into overtake mode just for a little bit. At least half a lap, and then I'll get her back into conserve mode. As for the engine, I want to check the park conditions. Everything looks fine. There's no dramas at the moment. No safety cars at this track as well, which is surprising. I'll get them to go back into medium mode now. There you go, Espinosa now pits. He had a mechanical issue, and now he's fixed that mechanical issue. Are we going to come out ahead of him? No, I think we're going to be battling for the line. No, he gets out quite healthily. He doesn't struggle in that spot. So Partner, this is going to be for track position. Everyone that we have to overtake ahead of us is for track position at the moment. If Lara wants to get in the point, she's going to have to pass someone. She has 60% of tread. Partner has 57%. 4 laps to go. And yeah, this race is definitely on for us. I think it's going to get exciting with about 1 to 2 laps to go. It usually does for us. We have to usually wait for another lap. And look at Holtz. Holtz has already passed the line. She is way ahead of everyone. She's going to start lapping people very shortly. Bergman, Sharp, Wexler, Espinosa, Schmidt, and then Partner. Rounding off the top 8. Is anyone in any dire risk of not having enough tyre tread? Serenin might. He's down to 41%, so he might start to choke. Again, we can start to push Partner just a little bit more. I think the gap to Lippinon has closed down. Lippinon might be gaining a little bit for us. Here we go. Lara's currently defending from Fisher. We don't want to drop that spot. We don't want to lose that spot and then be brought behind. She does a good job defending that spot. She's actually a really good defender, I've noticed. In that race that we did 2 to 3 races ago, she did a really great job defending that spot. And it looks like the track's going to get more heated, so the tyres are going to run down in terms of their reliability. It looks like Wexler's now backing off into conserve mode. Partner just set his personal best time. That's exactly what we wanted to see. He did a 130. The car in front of us did a 131. Serenin just did a 129. How's he looking? He's still got plenty of tread left on those tyres. Wexler, 28. How are we looking? We've got 36. So we might be able to push just for the last lap. And I might start to push Lara just a little bit. She has 15% good tyre tread to go. So if she can just push it a little bit more and possibly apply a little bit of pressure to Gonzalez, it might be worth it. But at the moment, there's not much happening for us. This is where we're at with the competition. It's the cars and the drivers are so equal in so many ways that it's very difficult to come in there. And right now behind us, Lipinen starting to have a mechanical issue. So Lara might be able to take advantage of that. And we're going to start our last lap. So I'm going to get him to start pushing, start applying a little bit more pressure. He's got a little bit of fuel to go over the line. So does Lara. So start to push. We want to make sure that we're watching that closely to make sure that they're not going to run out just on the straight, because that would be devastating. Doesn't look like anyone else is going to have any dramas ahead of us. So we're keeping a steady... Ooh, we want to slow down there. Might also do the same. Go back to neutral for Lara. Putnam's tyres have ripped up quite a bit. They're down to 24%, but I don't think he's going to be in any threat from behind. We've got him back into medium mode. So is Lara. Might have to put him back into conserve mode. Sorry, actually. There's cars all ahead of us. Who's that? Oh, we've just passed someone. Who was that? Espinoza has slowed down. What's happened? Where's the data feed? Has he run out of fuel? Serenin has run out of fuel. Holtz has run out of fuel. Espinoza has run out of fuel. Bergman has run out of fuel. Sharp has run out of fuel. So all these people ahead of us have run out of fuel. Are they struggling at the moment? Sharp is right in front of us and out of fuel. So we're going to be able to skip another spot, get that 6th position. How's he going for fuel? We should have enough just to cross the line. We're not under any threat from behind us, so provided that we can make the pass, it's going to be awesome for us. Lara, I'm going to stick you into high mode just for this little bit, so you can get a bit more kick out of it and put her into attack mode. And here we go. Oh, please do not get stuck behind. Please do not. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Go, 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 go. Do not get stuck. So he's in 6th position. He might run out of fuel over the line now. I hope he doesn't. Let's just keep watching everyone else around us. Lara, she's now going to go around the outside of Espinoza, and she'll go around the outside of Sharp. So we've been just caught there with a bit of a weird glitch. And I hope... Oh my god, we've just done it again. Putnam's out of fuel. Now the reason why this has just happened, this is going to be crazy when I explain this. We got stuck behind Sharp, who was going like 10 kilometers. The way I've found to overtake a car is if you shift from conserve mode into overtake and then back into conserve mode, it would have, it usually balances out and then it lets you skip that car. So that's why I did it. Unfortunately, it's made us just run out of fuel just over the line, like literally just run over the line by 0.04. And Lipinen's going to pass us. We're still on the points. That is devastating. I don't know what to say. Getting balked by a much slower car and then getting screwed by the fuel, but that's alright. Lara's going to get into 10th position. Where is she right now? I want to make sure that she gets that spot. So let's just run this scenario out. 9th position. So 7th and 9th. I can't be disappointed with that. We got both cars into the points. It was a bit of a struggle. Strategically, it's all worked out. Lara just set her best lap of the race. There you go. So the fuel load being at its minimum shows you how much better the cars run. She did 131 at the end, and that was with passing cars. Putnam did his slowest time, 133. So that is devastating that he got screwed over for 6th position. Hopefully it's not going to affect the points too much. And you know what? Maybe Lippinon will have an illegal component and he gets chucked at the back of the order. Maybe someone else does and we get both cars up into the points a little bit more. Maybe we'll get caught for cheating. I don't know. Here we go, guys. I can't watch. Every time I do this, I just close my face and I'm just like, it's like watching a penalty goal in a grand final. And they need to kick it. So that was great by us. Lara goes down to 8th. We're in 12th and 8th position. Team standings, 6th. And we're 35 points now behind Van Dort after that effort. So we're not out of it just yet. We're 16 points behind 5th, 19 points behind Panther Racing, 22 points behind 3rd. So 3rd looking to be possible now with 3 rounds to go. So let's go Continue. Is anyone going to get caught cheating? Risk of rule break is medium because we have one illegal component on each car. None of them get pinged. That is the way to go. And Saranen got pinged. He got demoted 12 positions. Not only is that big, but he gets pushed out of the points, which is one of the teams we're fighting for this championship. So how long are we behind now? Let's go straight to the teams. We're now tied with Scudiera and also Catano. So we're tied 5th, 6th, and 7th at the moment. And I want to have a look at our improvements. And I also want to have a look at how much money we're going to make from that race. I think it should be quite a bit since we got our new sponsors. So where is our little changes? 0.53, 0.16. There we go. You came 5th overall. That is a big paycheck for us. How are we looking? Round 12 on target. That's what I like to see. 0.53, 0.16. There we go. You came 5th overall. That is a big paycheck for us. How are we looking? Round 12 on target. That's what I like to see. Guys, this has been another Spot the Aussie round with number 13 of Season 4 of the Championship. We are tracing hard. Have a look here at our championship standings for the team. 7th. We're still 35 points